Hello and welcome to this full body yoga flow for all levels. Today's practice includes a little bit of everything to give you a well-rounded practice that you can incorporate into your everyday routine. When you're ready, we'll begin in child's pose. So you have the option to keep the knees together or you can open them wide. Then walk the hands forwards, lower yourself down, rest the forehead on the mat. Start by taking a deep breath in through your nose. And a cleansing breath out through your mouth. Take a few more breaths like this, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Taking the next few moments here to check in with your body. Reach the arms as far forward as you can so you start to feel a stretch down the sides of your torso. Then walk the hands to the right side of your mat to find a gentle side stretch. Option to stack the left hand on top of the right here. Pause for a breath in. And a breath out. And then walk the hands to the left side of the mat, finding a gentle side stretch. Option to place the right hand on top of the left. Pause for a breath in. And a breath out. Then walking the hands back through center. Come up into tabletop, your hands and knees position. So wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. And start to draw a figure of 8 with your body to warm up the wrists. So you're traveling forwards and then back. Drawing the number 8 with your movements. As you begin to loosen up, you could sway the hips and start to exaggerate this movement a little bit more. Then coming back through center, shoulders stack the wrists. With an inhale, dip your belly, arch your spine. Look forwards for cow pose. Exhale, round the back, push the floor away. Chin comes towards the chest for cat pose. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale to cat. Keep this going at the pace of your breath. You have the option to continue as you are through cat-cow, or you could add in a little bit of movement. So as you arch the back, send the hips back to the heels, and as you round the spine, ripple forward, send a wave through the spine. Inhale, moving back. Exhale, ripple forwards. A few more times like this. At the end of your next exhale, find a neutral spine. Inhale, right arm reaches up, turn the chest open. Exhale, thread the right arm under the left, lower your shoulder, lower your head down to the mat. Left arm reaches forwards, or you could wrap it behind the back for thread the needle. Pause, relax into the support of the ground, and come back to your breath. Come back to tabletop. Reach the left arm up. Inhale, turn the chest open. Exhale as you thread left arm under right, lower the shoulder, lower the head down to the mat. Right arm could either reach forwards or wrap behind the back for thread the needle. And settling into position, come back to a steady breath. Come back to tabletop. Then extend both legs to find plank. And start to pedal your legs in your plank. So you'll bend one knee, tap it down to the mat. You could pause here if you need. And then switch. Tapping the other knee down to the mat. Then as you pedal the legs, start to pick your hips up and push yourself back. So you're just walking yourself back into downward dog. Send the weight back towards the feet. Relax your chin to your chest so your ears are in line with your upper arm bones. Heels don't need to ground, legs don't need to straighten all the way. Just pause for a deep breath in, gripping the mat with your fingers. Exhale out. Then looking forwards, take baby steps to the top of the mat. Then rounding the spine, inhale as you roll all the way up to stand. Relax the shoulders, turn the palms to face forwards. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale and fold forwards. You could find a gentle bend in the knees as you fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Fingertips could stay on the mat or on the thighs for support. Exhale and step back to plank. Hold for a breath in. As you exhale, you could lower the knees if you're modifying chaturanga. If not, keep them lifted as you lower down with control. Keep the hands close to the lower ribs as you lift the chest. Inhale for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Relax chin to chest, gripping the mat with your fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale here. Step the feet forwards. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms up and look to your fingertips. Exhale, relax the arms by your side, returning to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower the knees if you're modifying here. Inhale, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Then step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale to stand up, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, relax the arms by your side, returning to your mountain pose. Final round of sun salutation A. Inhale, arms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Modify if needed. This time on your inhale, you could return to cobra or roll onto the tops of the feet, keeping the legs off the mat for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale the breath out. Option 2, hop, step, or jump the feet to the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, stand tall, lift the arms, lift the gaze up. Exhale, relax your arms by your side. Good. Inhale, lift the arms, look up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Pause. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. It could be cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg will lift here. Keep the hips square so the left and right side are level. With your exhale, bring your knee to your nose and come forwards. Try to stack the shoulders over the wrists to step the foot in between the hands. It's okay if you need to take a couple of steps. Arms up, high lunge, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right and open the arms into a T shape. If the balance gets a little challenging, you could always lower the back knee down here. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, bring hands to prayer. Left elbow will come to the outside of the right knee. If you're feeling restricted here, you could rest the left forearm on the thigh and the right arm could reach up. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, look down for balance and step the back foot forwards to come into twisted chair. Keep the hips low, weight back through the heels. Option 2, stay here, or you could lift the heels, come up onto the balls of your feet for a little bit of a challenge for the balance. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, lower the heels if you lifted them, untwist and fold forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, keeping the hips square. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Shoulders stack the wrists as you step the foot through. Come into high lunge, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, open your arms into a T shape. If you're needing more support here, lower the back knee down. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, bring hands to prayer, right elbow to outside of left knee. If this is feeling too restricting today, right forearm could rest on the thigh and left arm could reach up. Pause for a breath in. Exhale the breath out. Then look down for balance. Step the back foot forwards, coming to twisted chair. Shift the weight back through your heels, sink your hips a little deeper. Option to stay here, or you could lift the heels, come up onto the balls of your feet to challenge your balance. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Lower the heels if you lifted them. Release the twist, fold forwards. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale the breath out. Then lifting the right leg this time, inhale. Stack the right hip over the top of the left, so you're allowing the hips to open out. As you exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Turn your back foot open. So you're lining your front heel with the back instep. Windmill the arms to come up and find warrior 2. Focus the gaze on the front middle finger. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale here. And exhale. Straighten the front leg. Then with an inhale, reach forwards and lower the right hand down. You could either rest the hand on the leg or perhaps catch the big toe if it's within reach. Reach the left arm up. Turn your chest open for triangle. Imagining that you're pressing your body in between 2 panes of glass here. So if the bum is sticking out, tuck your tailbone. Try to squeeze your body in between those 2 panes of glass. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Inhale to come back up. Keeping the front leg straight, arms come back to a T shape. Bend the back knee, start to sink the hips towards your back heel. So you're coming down into a side lunge. Hands could come down to the mat for support here. Option to stay here, or you could turn out your back foot, sink the hips deeper to come to Skandasana, and flex the front foot so the heel presses into the mat. If the balance is there, hands could come into prayer. Come back to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Holding for one more breath in. With your breath out, press through the left foot, straighten the left leg, lift the hips, rebend the front knee, plant your hands and step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high on your inhale and open out the hips. So left side stacks the right. With your exhale, step the foot in between the hands, line the front heel with the instep of the back foot as you turn out the back foot. Then windmill the arms, come up to warrior two. Gaze is focused on the front middle finger, shoulders are relaxed. Inhale here. And exhale. Straighten the front leg. With an inhale, start reaching forwards. Then lower the left hand down, either resting the hand on the lower leg or catching the big toe if it's within reach. Reach the right arm up, turn the chest open, press the body in between two panes of glass. And find your breath. Good. With an inhale, lift back up, keeping the front leg straight. Arms come into a T shape. Then bend in the back knee. Start to sink the hips towards your back heel. Either staying in this side lunge, hands could come down for support, or sinking the hips further down, flexing the front foot to find Skandasana. If the balance is there, bring hands into prayer and pause here. At the end of your next exhale, press through the right foot, extend the leg, lift up, rebend the front knee, then plant your hands and step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale to downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale the breath out. Then looking forwards, you could hop, step, or jump to forward fold. Round the spine, roll all the way up to stand. Then turn to face the side of your mat, step your feet wide into a straddle stance. Bring your hands to your hip creases. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, puff up your chest. With your exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forwards. Relax your chin towards your chest so the crown of the head is pointing down to the ground. You could either keep your hands on your hips or maybe bring the hands down to the mat or a set of blocks for support. Start to slow down your breath a moment while we pause here. Bring the hands back to the hips. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then turn your feet out to an angle. Bend your knees, sink your hips down for goddess. Hands can either rest on the thighs or arms could come into a cactus position. Deepen your breath as we pause here in goddess. Good. Straighten the legs. Relax your arms. Turn to face the front of your mat. Then widen your stance for better balance. Hug the right knee into your chest. Focus your gaze on one spot to help with the balance. Then you could either bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee as you reach the right arm back, Or if you can extend the leg and catch hold of the foot, that's also an option. Then shifting your gaze slowly, twist to the right, turn your head to look towards the right hand. Stand up tall, lift from the crown of your head. Inhale. Exhale. Pause for one more breath in. Exhale out. And slowly release, coming out with control. Pedal out the legs if you need to reset. Then hug the left knee into your chest. Take a moment to find a place to focus your gaze. Then right hand could either come to the outside of the knee as the left arm draws back, or if you can extend the leg, catch the foot, that's also an option. Then twist to the left and slowly shift your gaze to look towards the left hand. Stand tall, steady your breathing. Good, slowly release. Coming out of the twist, lower the left foot down. Then step the feet together, so you're squeezing inner thighs together. Reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, point your index fingers to the sky and cross the left thumb over the right for Kali Mudra. With your next inhale, reach the arms up as tall as you can. As you exhale, bend to the right, the hips can sway to the left to help counterbalance. Keep squeezing the legs together and reaching through the arms. 3 steady breaths here. Good. Inhale to lift back up, reaching as tall as you can. Exhale, bending left, hips can sway to the right. Keep the legs glued together, arms are reaching away. 3 breaths here. Good. Inhale to lift back up. Separate your feet a little wider than hips width. Inhale to reach up through the arms. Then as you exhale, draw your arms back. Keep your hips pressing forwards as you begin to open the front of the body, coming into a back bend. It might be just a little bit. If you'd like to go further, take a little bend with the knees so that you can find more stability and open up a little further. You might even tilt the head to look up. 3 breaths here. Slowly lift up. Relax the arms by your side. Set the feet hips width. And take a moment just to regulate the breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Lift your gaze to look up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high and open out the hip. And bend the knee. Then start to circle the right ankle a few times clockwise. And then anti-clockwise. Then look forwards. Bring the right knee to the back of the right wrist. And sweep the leg out to the left side as you lower it down. Then edge your back leg down the mat to come into pigeon pose. If the hips are quite high, you might want to place something underneath you for support. Then walk the hands forwards, lower yourself down. Rest the forehead on the forearms. And deepen your breath. Lift yourself up. Then sit over on your right side so that you can swing your back leg all the way around. Extend the left leg in front and hug the right knee in towards your chest. Then wrap the left arm around the right leg. Place the right hand behind you for support as you twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Release the twist, turn to face forwards. Then bend both knees in front of you. Hands can come to the backs of the knees as you sit back and lift the feet to come to boat pose. If you're quite comfortable here, you could extend the arms and the legs. Focus your gaze on one spot, pausing for 3 breaths. Option to cross the ankles and rock forwards to come through to tabletop, or you could swing the legs around if that's not feeling so good for your knees. Then tucking your toes, pick up your hips, push back to down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, open out the hip and bend the knee. Then circle your ankle a few times clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then look forwards, bring the left knee to the back of your wrist and open the leg out to the right side. Edge your back leg down the mat to come into pigeon, just placing anything underneath you if you need some support here. Then walk the hands forwards, lower yourself down, resting the forehead on the forearms. Sit back up and sit over onto your left side so that you can swing the back leg around and extend it in front of you. Then hug the left knee into your chest. Wrap the right arm around the leg, place the left hand behind for support. As you twist to the left, look over your left shoulder. Release the twist, turn to face forwards, bend both knees in front of you, setting back up for boat. Hands could be at the backs of the knees as you lift the legs, or the legs and the arms could be straight. Relax the shoulders and relax the face. 3 breaths here. Good. Either crossing the ankles, rocking forwards, or sweeping the legs around to come into tabletop. Keep the hips stacked over the knees. Walk the hands forwards and sink the chest down for a puppy pose. Either resting the chin or the forehead on the mat here. For those that would like a little more, you could tent the fingers and you may find that you can access a little more space to sink the chest down. Good. Come back up into tabletop and then come and lie down on your belly. Relax the arms by your side and untuck your toes. And with an inhale, The legs will lift, arms will lift, and chest will lift to find locust. If you're needing more support here, the fingertips could be down to assist you. But as best you can, try to lift using your strength unassisted. Deepen your breath. And slowly lower down. Take a moment to regulate your breathing. Then you can either revisit locust, just like last time, or you could bend the knees, catch hold of the ankles, press the ankles into your hands to lift up into bow. So you're pressing your feet continually away from you to help lift the chest as we breathe here. Final breath in. With your exhale, slowly come out. And come back to tabletop. Swing your legs around, come and lie down on your back. And as you lie down, bend your knees, bring your feet close to the backs of your hips. And as you reach your arms by your side, you want to just about be able to brush the heels with your fingertips, just so you have an idea of where you want the feet to be for bridge. Then press through your heels. Start to squeeze your glutes as you lift the hips to come to bridge. If the knees start to open out to the side, keep them in parallel. And you can press the backs of your arms into the mat to help lift the chest as we take 5 breaths here. With your next exhale, roll down the spine to lower the hips back down. And you have a couple of options. You could either come into shoulder stand, or if you're not feeling so high energy today, lift the legs up so that you align the feet over the hips, and you can open the arms into a T shape to find a more restorative option. If you're coming up into shoulder stand, you could use a little bit of momentum to rock forwards and back. And then lift the legs up, maybe all the way up to the sky, or maybe hinging from the hips, bringing the legs over you to come to plow. Pause for 5 breaths in whichever pose you find yourself in. If you are in shoulder stand or plow, lower back down. If your legs are lifted in the air, stay as you are. If you just came from shoulder stand or plow, lower your legs back down to the mat. Then place your hands underneath your bum and edge your elbows underneath you. Arch your spine, lift your chest, and tilt your head back, bringing the crown of the head to the mat to find fish pose, our counter pose for our shoulder stand. 5 breaths here. To come out of fish, tuck your chin in towards your chest, release your arms from underneath you, and relax. If your legs are in the air, lower them down to the mat. Then hug the right knee into your chest and rock the leg from side to side a few times. Then draw the leg across the body to the left side of the mat. Reach the right arm out to the right side to come into a supine twist. If it feels okay for your head and neck, you could turn your head to look to the right. An option to close your eyes here as we begin preparing the body to take rest. Release the twist and extend the right leg down to the mat. Then hug the left knee into your chest and rock the leg from side to side a few times. And then draw the leg across the body to the right side of the mat. Reach the left arm out to the left side. Option to turn the head to look to the left. To come back to your twist. Continuing to slow down the breath here. Release the twist. Extend the left leg down the mat. Then relax your arms either side of your body. And settle in for Savasana, our final posture. Deepen your breath. Start to move your fingers and toes. With an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Find a full body stretch. With your exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Then roll onto your side. And join me back in a seated position when you're ready. Just keeping the eyes closed for now. Rest the hands on your knees and sit up tall. Then we'll finish with a final deep breath in. And a long sigh out. Open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Hello friends, it's me again. Just a quick message to let you know that I'm hosting another 30-day yoga challenge which starts June 1st here on YouTube. The theme for this challenge is improvers. So whether you are a beginner who wants to try more intermediate postures, or whether you're intermediate and you're looking to push the boundaries of your practice. Over 30 days, I'm going to take you on a journey to try out different peak poses, work towards the processes towards them so that you understand what goes into them, and hopefully help you push the boundaries of your practice so that you can see just how capable you are. I hope that you can join me for it. Mark your calendars for June 1st.